Alrighty, guys. Let's give you the trail cam update here. Let's see. Alright, so this camera, where is this camera? Alright, so this camera is in between two scrapes. Of course they were fresh. Camera didn't act great. Just those and stuff. I'm just trying to get through kind of the bad pics. This particular camera didn't turn out too well. Just some really small bucks. This one's by the gut stand, same thing. Just get through some of these junky photos. Get to the good stuff. This camera's over on the side, still not really important. Just get through some of these junk photos. The best camera turned out to be the one in the brassicas. That's where all the deer were. Most of them are nighttime, but come on, where you at? Where you at? So at least this buck shows up on this cam, which is good, because this deer was injured, or is injured. So I was a little worried about him, but turns out he's bouncing around the property pretty good. I mean, this is across the road, so to see him at this camera is pretty cool. I didn't know he's getting around that well. So now I'm hesitant about not shooting him. So this is the good camera. This camera turned out really well. Let me get to the good pictures here. And I'll adjust the camera for you guys so the lighting's better. So let's see, where's the good morning? So here's a bunch of bucks. Now there's a good buck that comes in here in the back. It's a little blurry because he's like 30 yards away from the camera, but I mean, that's a good buck coming in the back. This is a small buck here running around. So this camera turned out to be pretty good. This is a brassica food plot. So this is like a little 8 here. New buck. I mean, this is 3 bucks, guys. Pretty good buck there. Pretty good buck there. And a smaller buck in the back. I know it's hard to see. But this will get you, you know, just a rough update. I'm not trying to make a freaking perfect video for you guys. Just trying to run you through the pictures, keep you up to speed. So I think that deer on the left there is the injured deer. This is the compact 8 that I had rubbing that sapling in that one video. And then just a little scummy, a little junk buck in the back. So yeah, there you go. So that's the one I had the video of rubbing the sapling a few videos ago. And that's actually probably not the, yeah, looks like the injured 8. So these two is actually kind of bang heads a little bit. Now, what's crazy is the deer on the left is the injured 8. And he actually ends up pushing the compact 8 away, which is crazy. He doesn't even have a front leg, and he pushes that other deer away. So that's another good sign that he's actually healthier than I think. But here you can see him limp. Let me go back here for a second. So it's hard to tell. I wish it was a video instead of pictures, but I mean, look how he comes in and then he's kind of hobbling. You can tell he's hard on that front shoulder. But I mean, it's a nice buck. I'd really, really like for this deer to make it to next year, but it's a gamble. If my dad wants to shoot this one to get a deer this year and get a decent buck, you know, because of limping, I'll let him do that, so that's fine. Could be worse. This is another small buck that showed up too. Don't really get good pictures of him because he's right next to the camera. But I mean, pretty good little rack buck. Decent little 8, 2.5-year-old. And there should be some daytime photos coming up here too. That's a better look at it, so not bad. Not a shooter, but will be next year. Then this big 7 shows up in the morning. I mean, I haven't seen this deer, so that's pretty cool that this guy's showing up. Now that is a few days ago, 6:52. So that one is in between the ridge stand and the gut stand. So that's a pretty good sign there. That's a nice one. Pretty big for a 2.5-year-old. Not a shooter, but. And then of course the compact 8. This one's been pretty consistent all year. He's always fun to watch. Again, not a shooter. And this one shows up. So I mean, man, there's a lot of borderline deer. We just don't shoot 2.5-year-olds. A lot of these are going to be slammers next year, though. He doesn't have good brows, but still. Another decent rack buck. Small one coming through. And when I'm done clicking through these couple file folders, now there's only a few more pictures on these cameras. I'm going to just give you a little review of the ones I have saved from earlier in the year, in case you didn't see them, and basically let you know what bucks I think are still running around the property. That was that injured 8-pointer again, too, just a minute ago. A lot of wind, changing the camera, a lot of rodents on this camera. Fox, does. Again, I'm going fast because I know which pictures are what. I'll stop if it's worth it, but I know it's coming up. This is literally just every rodent that's in the woods. Like, ridiculous. Coyote, there's like everything, raccoons, everything. If that coyote comes by, he's toast. So this is a new buck as well. Just a little 6-pointer, or maybe even an 8, but just a new buck. So he goes over to where there's a scrape, kind of where I shot my deer. By the way, this camera is near the gut stand. It's the one in the gap, if any of you guys have been following the videos. This is the gap camera, so out in front of the gut stand. So again, another little 2.5-year-old, maybe even a 1.5-year-old. Just a little 8, but be good to see him over the next 2 years. And then that is pretty much it for this camera. And then I'll show you the good stuff. There's a lunatic with a rifle. Don't know who that is. So let's see here. What do I want to show you guys? How crazy do we want to get? Do we want to get crazy and go back a couple of years? You guys want to see deer from like a couple years ago? All right, let's get crazy here. Let's get crazy. Where am I looking? All right, let's see. I'll show you some stuff that has not been on YouTube or wasn't even supposed to be on YouTube, but you know what? I'm just gonna show it to you guys anyway. I'll let you see it. Pictures. All right. Wow, this goes way back. I'm gonna show you guys some good stuff. Nope, I went too far back. I want 2018. Alrighty, this is the good stuff here. 2018. So I mean, look at this, guys. This is 2 years ago, and I haven't seen either of these two, so they could be out there as like 10-pointers at this point. Look at this one from 2 years ago. Giant. I mean, this thing was insane. Look how old this deer looks. Leave a comment. How old is this deer? How old? I mean, 5, 6 at least. Look at that face. And you can tell the mass on this deer is insane. Crazy. I mean, man, that was a giant. Never saw him again. This one here, this was oddball. I passed this deer 2 years in a row. And then I think he got whacked by a car. That was a big disappointment. This deer was 1 year away from being a giant. What else we got on here for you guys that I can show you real quick? Yeah, so just some more. I don't think there's a terrible amount saved. 2019's a really good folder. Let me show you this. So these are the deer from last year. These are the deer from last year. Now this first one's gonna be a bit of a bit of a shocker. So, I mean, look at the date. I mean, July 2nd, and he was already that big. I mean, this is literally July 2nd. Hard to believe how big that freaking deer is. Absolute giant deer. This year was actually insane. So this is last year. So I'm showing you guys some bucks that I think are still out there. So again, now we're getting in October. So this was Halloween. This deer, I don't know. I don't think I have anything on camera that resembles him. But I mean, last year was crazy. Last year was off the hook. I mean, last year was nuts. That deer was a giant too. I mean, this one was huge. Again, that was last year. So this, check this out. This is, yo, what's up? So this is the Elite 8 buck. I'm gonna show you the transition from last year to this year, but I mean, I know that's really, really hard to see, but that's way outside the ears. So that was the Elite 8 buck last year. Let me show you real quick, just to give you the comparison. If you wanna see what that deer turned into, let's see, where are we at, where are we at, where are we at? Where is his picture? Right here, I think. Is this him? Yeah, so I mean, look what that turned into. So let me go back to last year. Where are we at? Let me go. So this is him last year, little side shot. Let me go back 2 more. So again, this is the Elite 8 buck last year. This is when he got his name, because he was just a big 8-pointer. So this is the Elite 8 buck, and then boom, in 1 year, I mean, geez. I mean, that's just ridiculous. You guys think the drop tine deer was big? I mean, this is out of control. Do you see this freaking deer? I'd have a heart attack if I saw that. I was pretty calm when X showed up, to be honest. It was pretty much all business at that point, but man, if this one ever showed up, out of control. So let's try to find some more deer from last year that I think are still out there. Again, you can just see, man, what a giant. Or no, I'm sorry, wrong folder. That's the Elite 8 buck again. So you guys can see last year how many 2.5-year-old bucks were out there. I mean, this is last year. That deer's out there, and it's giant. Those deer are out there, and they're big. I mean, look at all these 8-pointers from last year. Look at that one. I'm gonna get to some crazy pictures here in a second. Watch this. This gets crazy. Look at this, guys. This is last summer. That and that. That's last summer. Like, are you kidding me? That's last summer. Do you know how big these are? And they're out there. They're just smart. They're just not on cameras. I don't have a ton of cameras. I only have 3 or 4 in the woods, so I don't get pictures of all the deer. I'm 100% chance these deer are out there. Last year. So think about what these would be with another year of growth. Out of control. Much bigger than X. I mean, check out this picture coming up. Hold on, let me go 1 back. Look at this. I mean, guys, you seeing this? Now you know. Now you know why I'm passing the deer. Everyone's like, why are you passing all those 8-pointers? Because this is last year. Do you know how many 10-pointers are out there? Just because I don't have them on video for you guys, they're out there, 100%. So all these 2.5-year-old 8-pointers, they're out there and they're big. So that's why I've still been hunting hard. Even though we got X and I'm more than happy with him, some of these probably turned into giants. So I mean, again, this is last year. This buck was beautiful. This was the wide 8, but unfortunately my neighbor killed him last year. I was hoping he'd get 1 more year, but yeah, he would have been a stud. I mean, that's last year. So I was really hoping for 1 more year out of this one. Neighbor shot it. He even said that, you know, when he got up to it on the ground, he's like, ah, man, wish I gave that one more year. But, yeah, just to kind of take you through last year to show you the crazy amount of 2.5-year-old bucks last year. Now, this one I passed with Bo last year. Nice 8-pointer, dark horns. I know it's hard to see. Sorry about that, but passed that one last year. And yeah, that's pretty much, that's a cool picture. That's that wide buck again. So that's 2019. There you go. Those are all the deer from last year. And you know what I've killed this year? 1 single deer. You know what my neighbors have killed? No deer. So just think about it. I mean, we're talking, it's probably crazy out there. Now let me just take you through this. This is just the up-to-date, everything I've saved from this year to show you guys what's still out there. Now this camera, this trail camera actually takes video. So this is the injured buck. I'll put a video out on this guy soon. So basically we're trying to kill this one. My dad is, but I mean, you can see he's hobbling pretty good. Let me play that again a couple times for you guys. He's definitely hurting. He's definitely limping on that leg pretty bad. Pretty bad. A lot of people have told me they've had plenty of three-legged deer in the past, and they've seen deer that literally don't even have a fourth leg. And, you know, they get around fine and this and that, but if we see this one, he's toast. Some summer videos. Let's get back to the pictures to see what's left. Wow, I saved a lot of videos. So again, just to keep you up to speed on what's what, this is the compact 8. I know I've been saying this a lot in my videos, so just to clarify what buck is what, this is the compact 8. He's not real wide, but he's got good mass, and he's going to be a slammer in the future. So that's that, and I mean, that's pretty much it. That's pretty much it, guys. I mean, again, this is the most up-to-date stuff. Pretty much at this point, we're hunting for some of those big 10-pointers that are definitely out there. They're just hiding on camera. And then my dad's definitely going to be hunting for that injured buck. This guy here. This injured buck. It's an 8. It's not a huge 8, but yeah, good little buck. It's a shame. I think he got hit by a car. That's probably why he has the injury. So if my dad sees him, he's definitely dead. If I see him, I'm going to have to take a good look at him. I don't think he can make the winter. I don't think he can make it through the winter. So if he's limping too bad, going to have to just shoot him. Last thing I want to do is try to see if he can make it and then find him chewed up by coyotes. I don't want him to die that way. So probably shoot this one if we see it. So hopefully get another buck down on camera for you guys. And then starting this Sunday, definitely doing some doe management hunts. So I know some of the vids are boring. I've been letting all these deer walk by me. I don't shoot anything unless it's a monster, but we'll be shooting some deer coming up. So, and then we got muzzleloader too. We'll be doing a muzzleloader video. So yeah, that's pretty much it. The cameras are in the woods right now. So I'll be checking one tomorrow that I have near the soybeans to see if anything's coming in there in the night. But I mean, that's pretty much it. They're coming in this food plot pretty good. Morning and evening. And yeah, just wanted to take you guys through this really quick. Just kind of show you what's left. These pictures here are pretty much the most up to date. Just a few days ago. And these guys were there as of like the 22nd. So some good bucks around. Hopefully get some more on video coming by the tree stand and stuff. And definitely wanted to show you all those that insane amount of 2.5-year-old 8-pointers from last year. There has got to be at least half a dozen giant bucks out there that I don't have on video and I don't have pictures of. But they are definitely out there. They're just smart. So, oh, one last thing. One last thing. I can't believe I didn't show you guys this. And there's this one. Just freaking ridiculous. Now, this is a summer picture, but I know all the neighbors, and obviously, if something like that gets shot, the whole town hears about it. So he's still out there somewhere, probably in the thickest cover you can find. Probably only moves at daylight, or non-daylight, nocturnal. But yeah, he's still out there, still a chance. That picture was taken probably, oh, not too far from the property, so yeah. That's pretty much it, guys. Don't forget the fishing videos. Don't forget them. Got one coming Friday, so that's a wrap. Thanks for watching, those of you that took the time to check it out, and yeah, see you guys in the next video.